always gonna be the second girl to his heart.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
There's a shit ton of support. Holy fuck.
We've come such a long way. After all, I was only 4 years old when we first met.
Wow.
From your perfect memory, Lady
They're
Edelgard,
2 years apart.
I expect nothing short of the utmost precision. Do go on.
Please don't mock me with such frivolous praise. I can hardly recall that day.
How's y'all met?
Forgive me.
Hubert.
I suppose I must have been 6 at the time. I have no recollection of it.
Oh.
My earliest memory of you is of when you were injured.
Damn.
I recall being scolded most sternly by my father. You are Lady Edelgard's servant, he said. You must protect her with your life.
I had
Voice
no
acting.
idea. But House Vestra has served House Resfeld for generations. Given that, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Indeed. After that, I made certain to accompany you wherever you went. That is, until the incident.
Ah, when my uncle, Lord Arundel, defected to the kingdom and took me with him.
The sensation of loss that overcame me on that day defies all description.
Oh.
It was as horrific as if I'd lost all my limbs.
Oh.
I left the city in a mad rush to rescue you.
Wait, how is he gonna feel when we try to take him from Lady Edelgard as like a lover? He's always gonna think about Edelgard, isn't he? Guys, I'm sad. I know I was really hyped to go for Hubert, but like the more I'm thinking about it, I'm always gonna be the second girl to his heart because he's so devoted to Edelgard. I'm sad. I want to cry. Just imagine in real life that feeling that you're not number one, even though you're married and dating. You're not that number one girl in the guy's heart because he's still not over his first love.
My father sent soldiers to capture me. I fought them off for 3 days, but they did finally manage it.
3 days.
Of course, I was only 10.
Holy
I
shit.
never would have reached Ferdiad.
I've never heard that story before. So there are things you've never told me.
It wasn't important.
That wasn't important.
That's beside the point. I wish to know these things. If there's anything else you're keeping from me, please tell me at once.
Respectfully, I decline.
He has feelings for
Why?
you.
It's a simple order. I really must know.
Speaking of your orders, there was a task you gave me earlier which I have yet to carry out. Excuse me.
Wow, smooth.
Wait just a moment.
Smooth exit.
I just hope he's not hiding anything too worrisome.
His feelings for you. And not for me. Cry every time.
With this idea, I may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
Uh-oh.
This again.
Oh god.
Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
You couldn't hear his footsteps?
Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Sedition?
Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand.
Damn.
She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place.
Jesus, Hubert!
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet. You spend all of your time fretting
It's
over
like
her,
the do
and
Hubert.
yet you never
the do
truly express an
Felix.
opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Oh my god.
Your nonsense is tiresome. So I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always.
Well, you gotta start doing it.
Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing?
Oh my god.
Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave.
I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here.
Ooh, I didn't like that situation. I did not like that whatsoever.
Just look at this place. It's so beautiful, I believe I should take a nap and enjoy it properly.
Yeah.
Linhardt, lost in thought, I see. Unacceptable.
But
Are you not aware that a noble's duty is to be ever vigilant?
Rest increases alertness. Is there something I can do for you, Ferdinand?
Well, I was just passing by, and I thought I could give you a little advice. You always seem to be napping. Why not spend your free time doing something productive?
like napping.
Easier said than done, Ferdinand. I'm afraid I suffer from a constitution that tires easily.
Some training will remedy that. Let us work on that today. I will train you myself.
Oh god.
Arise, Linhardt. The righteous path of the noble lies before you.
You're always giving it your all, aren't you?
Always.
Yes, I am. Is there something wrong with that?
No.
Of course not.
It's
In
cute.
fact, I rather enjoy your demeanor. You go all out even when others wish you wouldn't. You work hard, inspire the admiration of others, and your dignity as a noble is beyond reproach.
I consider it my mission to serve as a guide and a model for other members of the nobility.
As capable as you are striking. Next to you, I am a mere infant.
A baby?
Oh, you are far too kind. Although I do work hard each day to achieve all of which you speak.
You've mastered all the important noble skills. You drink tea, talk about how great you are, ride horses.
Indeed. I went for a ride earlier today.
Is that so? You'll have to tell me about it sometime when I'm not walking away.
Where are you going?
Walking away.
I must get some sleep, being the infant that I am.
Oh.
Farewell for now, Ferdinand. Oh, noble among nobles.
Noble among nobles? Seems a bit much. Did he say get some sleep? Hey, wait!
Debated. This conversation was much nicer compared to the Hubert one. That one was just way too much.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, it's like all the terrible parts of the day just disappear. If only people could be more like flowers.
What's Bern doing? She looks like there's something wrong.
Just relaxing.
All these nobles are just terrifying. And the commoners?
Just quietly
Just
listening.
look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, dazzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that.
She's right behind you.
Bern, are you okay?
Dorothea! Did you hear all that?
Just the part about you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Bern, who have you got a crush on?
You.
Seriously now, you have to tell me. Who are they? Do I know them? I'm so excited for you, Bern.
Yeah, you.
No, I was actually thinking about being friends with you.
Cute. Dorothea's cute.
I thought we already were friends.
Oh.
That's not what I mean. Oh, I'm such a coward.
Wait, what does she mean
I
then?
thought it would be great if we could be closer.
Oh, best friends.
But old memories just get in the way for me.
Bern, whatever happened in the past, you know you have my full support.
What happened?
I'm here for you. I thought we'd already been friends for a long time now. Please.
Just forget it. We'll never be close friends.
What? You're
Father
stopping
would just-
yourself.
He was just... No!
What? What? Wait.
Wait, Father?
What? Did her
What
dad
did she
stop
mean
her?
by that?
Did her own father stop her from being friends with Dorothea?
You came at just the right time, Edelgard.
Is that so?
Yes, I have a story for you.
Her front hair
It's about a
is
pair
very
of nobles
straight.
living about 100 years after the founding of the Adrestian Empire. One was Derek von Eyre. People called him the warrior prime minister. He bravely led soldiers into battle and mowed down his enemies. And the other,
Was the emperor of the time. She
Yeah,
wagered
look
the
at her
throne in
hair.
a duel against Derek and won. Why don't we do what our ancestors
What the
did and have a little duel ourselves? That's what you were going to say. But the answer is no.
You interrupted me! The warrior prime minister used a dramatic line to propose the duel, and you did not allow me to say it!
My apologies, Ferdinand.
Her little like
Well,
deep
at any
voice
You
part
were
was
correct
cute.
in surmising that I was about to challenge you. But you were rather blunt in your refusal.
Ferdinand, control yourself. When will you tire of challenging me in pointless competitions?
I can quit now if you insist on it. I will not challenge you again.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't believe it.
Why do you look so surprised? Of course it is not a valid duel unless both parties are willing. Now that you have refused outright, I must come up with some other way of getting that which I seek.
I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly mean by that.
Only that I will find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you. Huh. I will write a handbill listing your accomplishments, alongside my own more impressive accomplishments. Copyists will produce thousands of these pamphlets and distribute them far and wide. Then everyone will know about my...
That's a waste of paper.
This has to stop. Perhaps I should have ended things with a duel after all.
Yeah. But then it would just get worse, because if he lost, he'd be like, shit, I gotta work hard to beat her. Shit, what the
Training again. You're certainly working hard, Caspar.
Is he even listening to her?
Oh, Edelgard. You scared me. You should have said something.
She did.
I did, but no matter. What has you training with such intensity? It's never good to neglect one's training, but overdoing it is ill-advised as well. You could already give any student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget.
You think so? Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I can't really stop training, though. I gotta get better if I expect to get anywhere in this world.
Wow.
If memory serves, you're the second son of House Burgleys, right?
That's right. My older brother is the heir, and there are already too many mouths to feed in our family, so I can't count on any support. I pretty much have to make it on my own, you know?
Damn.
I understand. It's difficult being born a noble. Those who inherit everything also inherit great burdens, but the same can be said of those who inherit nothing.
What are you talking about? I don't have any troubles. Who cares if I don't inherit anything? It just means I get to cut a path to my own future.
That's true.
You know what your problem is, Edelgard? You always have to make everything about you.
Holy shit.
Are you picking a fight, Caspar?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, now come on. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Always happy to fight, though, if that's what you want.
I have no desire to bicker with you.
Everybody just wants to fight her.
Good luck with your training. Goodbye.
Damn, she's.
What was that about?
She's annoyed.
I'll never understand her.
I mean, you kind of got snarky with her. Oh wait, Saltas has to talk to me.
A stone? A stone. I do not understand. Yet, as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
I think it's you. I'm pretty fine.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
I'll take your word for it.
You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
I guess.
It's awful, just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again.
Where is
And
the
so
infirmary?
I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
We have to. Well, I will protect them.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways?
Imagine if there was a
Perhaps-
fish out here.
Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you. though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
I would like to connect with your brother.
Professor, I've been hearing about you a lot lately.
Really?
Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword.
Weren't you there?
If you ever want to sell it to me, I pay top G.
Oh, hell no.
Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
No, it's not.
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble
His
families,
voice is echoing.
is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
What?
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be?
Important, but to you, it's not important.
Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests. Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder?
Is that exciting, though? I believe so.
Oh, I was just kidding. Anyway, as I said before, I do like having a little drama in my life.
Professor, if you're heading to the kingdom, I would recommend taking a coat. It's chilly, even at this time of year.
Missing
It also rains a fair bit. Don't get caught out there without protection, or you're sure to catch a cold. So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're descended from nobility?
I don't know.
You certainly got the look for it.
I don't know much about my
I
mom.
sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
Are you trying to hit on me still? And her.
Swinging a sword about in the holy mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged.
I don't think so. They didn't.
Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but... Ugh, it's torture not being able to go inside the holy mausoleum for an entire year.
I was using my sword, but let's not tell him that.
I am sorry that the kingdom's unrest did not stop with Lord Lonato.
It's okay.
Professor, the hero's relics are incredibly powerful. Please, be on your guard.
Don't worry about me, I'll be fine.
The Western Church. The Central Church. They believe in the same goddess, but oppose one another. Fodlan is a complicated place.
Well, that's a deep voice in my ear.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
It's because you guys are related, right?
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lonato.
Yeah.
What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes?
Chill out.
Isn't it strange? Saint Seros' body was missing from her coffin, but they found a sword in its place. Do you think she moved from her coffin and left the sword behind?
What did she send me?
Think of it. The sword of the Creator, belonging to the ancient King Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon.
Oh, okay.
I heard about the things you did.
What'd I do?
I'm so glad Lady Ray is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Thanks. Thanks, man.
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier.
Oh, really?
Do you know what's got him so concerned?
No.
If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can.
Yeah, lay off. My dad. Why don't you ask him yourself?
I did, but he just dodged the question. Still, it's worrying to see him like that.
Ah, Professor. Gerald was looking for you.
My dad? Where is
It seems he has gone off somewhere.
What? Where?
If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you.
I still feel like you're a cold.
Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago.
Oh.
He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Okay.
Oh my. The crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames! No,
So he
that
laughs.
is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional.
Excitement is understandable.
The scandal with the Western Church troubles me.
Scandal.
We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
It's okay, dude, to be excited. Nuts?
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange?
Yeah.
Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
My crest. He's pretty cool about that. Oh, this is Rodrigue. We didn't see him come in this route because the cutscene was in Blue Lions, right?
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraudarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus. I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
This is so strange, because, like, if you didn't play Blue Lions, you'll be like, who the fuck is this man? But if you played Blue Lions, they introduced him.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave.
Already?
There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor.
Okay.
Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
Technically true, he is in the group that's gonna sit. Wow. Hey, Ferdinand.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
She turned to a soul.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact.
Sad.
They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Dad? Dad!
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave.
Why is her grave here?
Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her.
Dad.
She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her.
Oh my God.
In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Hubert doesn't deserve that ring. Hubert does not deserve that ring.
I heard a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side.
We're not choosing. Can't allow Hero's relic to be stolen.
What if it's some kind of powerful weapon? I want one too.
You can't.
I know relics
wield
aren't
it.
easy to come by, but I'd still like to get my hands on one.
You can't wield it though.
This has been my first time to the Kingdom's North. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the Kingdom. Did you find joy in this?
Sure, I got to
Cannot
explore.
remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself.
Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being. The thing is, the bandit's leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother.
But he's hyped to see him.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I?
It's okay.
I hope you will forgive me one day.
Forgiven already. Oh shit.
Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
Huber kind
For
of
House Gautier to invite us onto their land, they must be desperate.
Hubert's tone kind of like tells you that they're both part of the reason why everything's missing.
But at least we'll have the stalwart knights ready to stand around and watch us do all the work.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, what is this?
Hey, I could use a hand.
Oh my god, can I go in here? Huber, are you dying? Huber has warmed up. It feels really good. I haven't. Oh, nice. Okay, we can leave now. Oh, look at us together. I'm like so excited and he's like there. I can feel my word is drifting away.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
That was cute. It seems like you can only do that with your own.
That's
Yes, it's cute. It seems like you can only do it with your own classmates, like your own students. You can't do it with other people. Dialogue. What is this?
Teacher.
Oh, Fernand? Yes.
Hello, Professor. May I speak with you?
Oh, is
you
this...
seem to hold Edelgard in
Oh, okay.
highest.
We've already seen this cutscene before. Oh, somebody else has support. We have a bunch of supports actually.
Professor.
Oh, Caspar. Is everything okay?
Hey, Professor. What's going on?
Just chilling, you know, watching the sunset. There's a suspicious man.
A suspicious man? Where? Oh, is that him?
Who? Isn't that a knight? No, he kind of looking back and forth. Kind of suspicious.
What do you think he's up to? Never mind that. Let's get him.
Wait. Let's keep watch for now.
Keep watch? It's so boring.
I know, but you
my
could chill.
instincts tell me that he's up to no good, and my instincts are never wrong.
But we can't just pounce on him.
Come on, let's get him before he has a chance to
No.
strike.
No. That path he's walking leads to.
Huh? Huh? It leads to the plaza where the kids play. There's no way I'm letting this guy get anywhere near those kids.
Unless, what if he's a dad trying to pick up his kid? What happened?
Caspar, why did you disobey your professor?
Well,
What happened?
I am not seeking excuses from you. I asked because I want you to consider your actions and apologize for them.
Damn, what the fuck
It
happened?
just so happens that you were correct in your assumption that this man was a villain. If that were not so, he would not have chosen to take his own life upon seeing you advancing toward him.
Wait, he just killed himself?
Great. So I was...
We didn't know his
But
motive.
because of your actions, that is all we know.
Yeah.
There is no way for us to know who he was, what he was planning to do, or if he has allies lurking about. The only lead we have is a scorpion tattooed on his arm. If this indicates that he was a member of an underground organization, we have no way of dealing with it. Are you prepared to be held responsible if his group commits a serious crime?
As his professor, I would take responsibility.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
I have to.
What are you talking about, Professor? We didn't do anything wrong. Those kids might have been in danger if we didn't act.
Yeah, but we don't know why
I couldn't
they
just
were
stand by and
attacking.
let that happen.
I know, but Caspar! God damn it. Jesus. Tea time?
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, tea time with Mercedes. Ooh, what should I give her? Ooh, how about
Professor,
crescent tea?
did you call for me?
Yes, I did.
This tea is my favorite. You have very good taste, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's so weird, like, taking tea time with my other students, previous students.
Too hot.
Because I never actually talked to these guys.
Yes.
Cats? Okay, okay. That cookie fell over. I'm not eating that. The view from the bridge?
So.
You don't like the view? Okay. Gifts you'd like to receive? Oh, 2 out of 3, I guess.
The cathedral is nice and quiet. It's so relaxing.
She's so cute. Laugh? What did you want me to do? Blush?
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I never understood those choices. What? Linhart? Linhart's cures?
Well,
I'm
hello,
curious about
Professor.
Linhart.
You came all the way to my room to... Oh.
What is that?
You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it.
What
Thank
more
you.
did you want me into this room for? Don't miss the lectures.
It's not that I want to miss lectures. Exactly. Drowsiness is my arch nemesis. For some reason, I just can't seem to win against it. Just talking about it makes me sleepy.
No, wakey wakey. Let's wake you up with a bit of training then. A trip to town might help your mood.
That sounds more than a little exhausting. I think I'll stay in. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless.
Oh, really?
But I'm enjoying this.
Ooh.
I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so?
Oh no, laughter in my
You're
heart.
definitely a strange one.
No, he's smiling at me. Maybe so.
In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else.
I'm a goddess.
And yet you can wield one of the hero's relics. You're like a hero in some silly legend.
What?
Or
Silly
you could
legend?
be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either.
But would you still love me either way? Is that what you think?
Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours?
Sure.
It won't hurt a bit, I swear.
Fuck
I'm
Hanneman.
sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can.
Fuck Hanneman.
Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know. Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment.
Really?
I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit
Yeah,
first.
this room's kind of messy.
On that note, good night, Professor.
Do you sleep standing up? Oh, at least we're getting close to Linhart. Cute. Finally. Our boy's a dark mage now. Congrats.
I've passed, have I?
Yes, now you're in the dark side.